So we both know that there is a lot of insanity going on in the world right now. So the first thing that we all want to do is control what we have control over. And one of the things I have control over is putting out good messages and positive vibes to you. So if you hear the sound of my voice, if you are an earshot of me, or if you are catching the video version of my podcast on the YouTube, let me look you square in the eye, YouTube, and listen in. Listen closely. I don't care who you are, where you came from, what you're made of, what's on the outside. You are a magnificent piece of humanness. You are a glorious manifestation of God, and I love you. Now, you ready for today's topic? This is the Cardone Solutions Podcast. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I am your host. My name is David Bradley, Senior Sales and Marketing Manager with Grant Cardone. What do we do on the Cardone Solutions Podcast? Mostly, we're going to take the free content that Grant puts out on the internet. 80% of what Grant does, probably more, to be honest with you. Maybe 90. 85. All right, let's go with 85. 85% of what we do at Cardone Training Technologies is 100% free. So what I like to do is I like to take that content, dissect it for you, regurgitate it a little bit, and spit it back out to you with some measurable action ideas and things you can do to implement the free material into your sales and your business and your life. Sometimes I'm going to throw my own little spin on it or give you just a nugget from the mind of Dave, which is me, okay? So, if you're enjoying it, if it is providing value for you, if you're having fun with it, right? If you hear something that you like, make sure that you've subscribed so you don't miss an episode. I try and do at least 3 a week. Share this with other people as well. Okay, we have a responsibility to our fellow humans to put good information out, to put good vibes, to push the love out there, be of service to others, and help. Okay, so if it's helping you, then it's going to help somebody else. And you can help somebody else simply by sharing it with other people. Okay, now, last favor I'm going to ask you is, again, if it's been of value to you, make sure you leave a review. You know what? Actually, let me just back that up a second. If it hasn't been of value to you, leave that review too. Okay, the podcast is for two people. It's for me to help me keep my head on right and stay sharp and reinforce my belief system, but it's also for you, right? So if you're getting something out, I want to make sure you get something out of it. So if you are, leave a review so I know that. If you're not, leave a review so I know that too. And also don't just complain, but throw a solution. What would you like to hear? What can I do better? How can I make this more for you and not just for me? Okay. Now, who sponsors the Cardone Solutions Podcast? Is there sponsors? Of course there's sponsors. We have two. The Cardone Solutions Podcast today is brought to you by the 10X Growth Conference. Ain't no virus going to stop us. We're gathering together a massive group of people to celebrate success, to put 100% of our attention on doing better and creating more sales, enhancing our business, building and creating our ideal life. Last year, Kevin Hart showed up. Dana White made an appearance. John Travolta came out and spoke. Usher was there. Floyd Money Mayweather was there. Rick Ross performed. Scooter Braun spoke. Magic Johnson was there. Whole slew of successful people talking about how they did it and how you can too, because a lot of these people came from nothing. In fact, most of them came from absolutely positively nothing and rose up. So if it's possible for them, it's possible for you, and it's an opportunity for you to learn how they did it. It is also an opportunity for you to connect with other fellow 10Xers and build your network. So if you would like to join us, visit cardonesolutions.com/10X GrowthCon. Do we know when it's going to be? No. Do we know where it's going to be? Probably not. Are we doing it? Absolutely, and we're selling tickets for it. So for pricing, holler, give me a shout. If you are more inclined to a more a little bit more intimate setting, we also have the 10X Business Bootcamp. Runs very similar to the Growth Conference, but again, more intimate setting, 500 people max, 3 days, deep dive in Miami with Grant and us, the sales team, talking about marketing, sales, creating a culture in your environment. If you are a leader of a sales team or you're a sales team of one, you will get something from the business boot camp. So for tickets on that, visit cardonesolutions.com/bootcamp. But stay to the end because I'm going to have an offer for you to where you can get Cardone University and a boot camp ticket for a very, very, very low price. Okay, but let's get into today's topic. We're going to start it off with it's reality check time, kids. If you head over to the Cardone Solutions blog, cardonesolutions.com, the first post, the most recent post is this, the truth about your situation. That's what we're going to talk about today. And the first image you're going to see is a road sign that says reality check. And I always love reality check ahead, to be more specific. But you cannot go wrong with the road sign analogy. Road signs, they alert you to what's coming, they alert you to what's ahead, and to what is in store. Life has signs. Success has signs. Success leaves clues. Have you ever heard that phrase? The challenge, though, for us is more often than not, these clues and these signs, they're a little bit more subtle. And they also require that you pay attention to your surroundings, that you're looking around. That way you don't miss them. Might be time for a Ferris Bueller quote right now. I think so, don't you? Yeah, it's right. Life moves pretty fast. So if you don't stop and look around once in a while, you might miss it, okay? So the question that I'm going to have for you today, where are you at on this road of life? Do you have everything you want? Have you accomplished everything you want to accomplish in this life? And then are your days, are they purpose-driven? Are they focused? Or are they random and uncertain? There are 24 hours in a day. And if you assume for 8 hours of sleep, what you doing with the other 16? What am I doing with the other 16? Like, how are we filling that time? Because if nature abhors a vacuum, and the time is there, well, it is going to get filled in with something. But what? What is going on in there? So I want to give you an action idea, an assignment, exercise, a little testy test, okay? Have you ever just inventoried a week of your time? Like where your time goes? For like a whole week, 7 days. Like inventory it all. So, hey, I got 7 hours of sleep. I screwed around for about 90 minutes before I got started today. I was dicking around on social media, drinking coffee, not really doing a lot. Well, I watched the news, check my email, right? Oh, and then, inventory your time. That's the point. Track every activity you do for a whole week. You are going to find that you probably already have more time than you think you do. And you will also become painfully aware. Pain's a good motivator sometimes. You will become painfully aware of the time you are wasting. Remember, motivation is you either moving towards something you want or away from something that you don't. So by inventorying your time, tracking all of your activity, you will suddenly recognize what you may be wasting time on in a way where you could be investing time somewhere else. And sometimes that just acknowledgement hurts. It's painful. And that's good because it motivates you. So let's look at both together and then come to a logical conclusion. If the answer was no, meaning you don't have everything you want, and what you're doing right now is not getting you the desired result. So remember those questions we asked earlier. Do you have everything you want? Have you accomplished everything? Are your days purpose and driven and focused, or are they random and uncertain? So if you don't have everything you want, and what you're doing right now is not getting you your desired result, then something's got to change. You have to change. You have to change something. You have to do something, okay? Because repeating patterns that don't work and being stuck in the past, that's insane. Okay, let's look at the definition of the word insanity. Maybe I should do that one on the Wednesday word. What do you think? Insanity is this. In a state, listen closely, listen to how it's worded, okay? In a state of mind which prevents normal perception, behavior, or social interaction. That definition shows up before seriously mentally ill. So I'll read it again in the order that it's in the dictionary. Insanity, in a state of mind which prevents normal perception, behavior, or social interaction. Seriously mentally ill. So if you find yourself where your thinking's out of whack, and you know when it is, your behavior's out of whack, and you know when it is, your social interactions are out of whack, and you know when they are, you could hit all three of those in one night. I mean, I lived in Vegas for 2 years. Let me tell you about the insanity in that town. Okay? You spend a lot of time in a state of mind that prevents normal perception, behavior, or social interaction. But I digress. Repeating patterns that don't work and being stuck in the past, that's insanity. So is it time for change? Is it time for you to change? Could you make a change? I mean, forget will you for a second. Just could you? Work on the could part first. This is why a lot of people blow out of the gym quickly. So you have to recognize that you have the option, and you have the ability, we have the ability to change. So you just need that recognition first. Could you? But here's the kicker. Here's the real challenge. Once you've inventoried your week. To change, this is right out of the Cardone playbook. This is Uncle G spitting fire through me at you right now. To change, you must give something up. Getting rid of something old or questionable, it makes room for something new. There is no change simply by adding new behaviors or information. Change requires that you surrender something first. So let me ask you this. What do you already know you need to give up? You're going to inventory your day. Maybe you already have. You've identified where there's room. And you know what you're doing now with every hour of the day. You know that now. So what's in your inventory that you don't feel good about? Like, what needs to go? You know what it is. Come on, you know what it is. You've known for a long time. I mean, I did. I know exactly what I gave up. You already know the truth about your current situation. You know the truth about your current situation in your life right now. And I will even go so far as to say you already know how to change it. And if you think you don't, it's just you giving yourself an excuse. Because again, I've been there. And I know I was making all sorts of excuses. So now the question goes beyond, could you change? Now I'm asking, would you? Will you? Could you? Yeah. Would you? That's up to you. And you know you can. So right now, it literally becomes a matter of will. Will you? And willpower. And it's simple. As it should be. Out with the old, in with the new. Change. You can. Ultimately, you will. Something's going to happen. But when? When? When is the question. I'm going to leave you with a quote from Grant Cardone right now. I'm going to tell you about our special offer for the boot camp in Cardone University. And then I'm out. Thank you for being here. Okay, here's your quote from Uncle G. Refuse to be tomorrow who you are today. What does that mean to you? How powerful is that? Refuse to be tomorrow who you are today. Okay? Take that with you into your week. Have an awesome rest of your week. Have an awesome 7 more days. I'm going to see you in a couple when we do the Wednesday Word. And this deal with Cardone University and the boot camp. Let me just tell you about that. So I talked about the boot camp earlier, but that's 3 days with 500 other fellow 10Xers, people looking to grow their business, grow their sales, grow their life. So you get to network with 500 killers, right? But you also get in a room with about 15 other killers that run our sales team in the Miami office, okay? And then you get to hang out with Grant and Jared and our director of inside sales, Todd and Sherry, and sometimes some other folks like to pop in. Guests, surprises, things like that, right? Lots of fun at the boot camps. We're going to talk about sales and business, culture creation, building your ideal life. You're going to learn something. You're going to talk about it a little bit. Then you're going to go role play it out. Okay, this is great. So if you're a leader of a sales organization, if you're a business owner, if you're a solopreneur, you need to be at the boot camp. Okay, and the boot camp is 3 days. Most people are going to forget over 87% of the stuff they learn in a workshop. So if you don't take something with you to continue to add wood to that fire and just keep the fire going, it's gone. You'll forget it all. Forget about it. Okay? So you need something that you can do every day to reinforce the good work you already got. Grant knows this. Okay? And he wants to make it very, very easy for you. Okay? So for 12 months, you can work on and through Cardone University and join us at the boot camp of your choosing. And Grant is going to do this for you. Normally a boot camp ticket retails at $6. We've got them on sale for $3 right now. But if you can lay down $1,497, you can have access to Cardone University and come join us at a boot camp. Holy smoke. How much? $1,497. That's Grant's gift to you because he wants you there. I want you there, and I want you working on Cardone University every single day so that you can not just refuse to be tomorrow who you are today, but you can create who you're going to be tomorrow, okay? So again, thank you so much for being here. Have an awesome couple days. I'll see you again on Wednesday at the Wednesday Word. I'm David Bradley. Last thing from Grant, be great, because nothing else pays.